Okay, we're gonna start with the warlock here, the boss guy. So first place I like to come up here is on this left side. Warlock is the one I did the full fight with, so there's no shortcuts, no real cheese. I like this little spot here though, if you're gonna throw a grenade on him, the warlock of the Titan, because you're gonna get a lot of ads coming out, so this spot kind of keeps you safe. You drop back in here, and then I can kind of pull back in a little farther if I take too much damage. So here's, yeah, you just kind of back up and turn to the right a little bit. You can't really take as much damage. I could drop a healing rift here if I needed it. I'm pretty safe though, the boss doesn't really hit me. You can crouch a little bit too, get some better angles on the grenades. And then you can just kind of aim down sight on your gun here, and then just hop, fire, so just I hit the jump once, and then just jump, fire here, until that moves. You know, takes a clip or two, you get your grenade on him in the beginning. And immediately take out those first two. He'll fire twice, and then jump over. Now this, I slid into it, I'm slightly different spot than on the other side, right? I'm slightly forward. The other side, you're in a little pocket behind the kind of rear rim, whereas this is like I am kind of in this spot. But this is a nice little spot too, safe from the boss. Sit here and take out the two, actually four. Take out the two hobgoblins first, and there'll be two more coming from the other side of the screen here. After that, I'm just going to gather up some ammo. I like to come up to this block here, get a grenade on him, and get a head glitch. Now, I know he's going to spawn some ads soon, so I'm really listening for that thing. As soon as I hear it, I run back behind this, and then I can immediately take out this right forward here. And knock on the left. Gets those two goblins and the two hobs out of the way really fast. I could drop a healing rift from low. There's a lot of grenades here. Yeah, no need to rush really. Just take out the ads. You're safe right here. And use his sound of his firing to kind of know when to run and kind of position yourself where he is. Pick up some ammo. Stay in between when it's calm like this. If you run out when there's lots of ads, that's trouble. This one I like to then move up to this left block here, because I'm going to run straight forward to that gate. This spot's great over here. You don't need to get into the gate on this one. You can just stay on the right side here. It's best to jump up on top and get the guys coming out. Now, the edge of the bubble is right here, so you can use this edge of the bubble, see right there. Wait till that minotaur's out. You can shoot the two elites over here through this little gap. And nothing can really hurt you. And if sometimes that far minotaur will start shooting at it, just jump back down to the bubble. Once the minotaurs are out of the bubble, you can sit in here and they won't really do anything. So I like to get one volley on him here. I could use a grenade also and save the ammo, but I like using, I'm going to use the wardcliff for this one. It's just easier to get these guys down. And I can do plenty enough damage on the boss with my grenades and my primary, so. Just makes dealing with these minotaurs so much easier. And at the very end, when I get everything down, I can always do the ammo trick to give myself some another heavy. So now the reason I left these bricks out here is so I can do the double on the second minotaur, because it's like the boss can start shooting at you, so you can't really kite the second minotaur around like you can the first one. So you want to, when I kill those harpies, I leave those two blocks out there so I can get one, run up, throw my grenade on the boss, and then get the reload and kill the minotaur. Ooh, I got slowed there. Went wandering for some ammo. Get back to the spot. Yeah, run back up, jump on top of this block here. That way those exploding fanatics won't come around the corner and they come out of the gate at you if you're up on this block. And then you're pretty safe here, you can kill all the ads and then jump up to the next level. Crouch as soon as you get up here, and then you've got free aim and free shots of the bullets. So you can just whittle down here, you don't really need to use heavy, you can throw a grenade if you want. But you're perfectly safe up here. Just gonna build up a grenade, toss a grenade on him, and then go down and probably start getting to the next position. So I know he's gonna rotate left and go in between those two pillars. So the spawns always come out of the two gates closest to him when he stops. If you're confused about where the ads are gonna spawn from, that's where they spawn. And of course, our grenades crit him, or at least pulse nades do, so they're pretty OP on this boss fight. Yeah, I can just get in position, I know Harpy's gonna come out of that gate. Get one of them down right away. Try to get these down before the minotaurs move out of their thing, otherwise you can peek in and out of the bubble once you get in there. It's really not that big of a deal. Now I'm going to go all the way through this fight. You'll see some slightly different variations and some shortcuts on Titan and Hunter. Again, one volley and then I kite this guy back, just primary him. Make sure you don't get too close. It will stomp you on the edge. And with the warlock, you can't really recover from it. And again, same thing. I killed those two harpies. I'm not going to pick up those heavies yet because I want to leave them on the ground for the automatic reload here. Oh, thanks. The harpy's shields exploding burst the bubble a little bit before I was ready, but see, at least I'm there ready for this. Got a grenade on the boss already, got the free reloads. So that's why I like leaving those bricks on the ground there, so I can get the free reloads, get a couple of quick volleys when I need it. Yeah, you do have to be careful when breaking those harpy shields. If they're right underneath the control brick that you need to break, these sometimes will pop the brick before you're ready. And here, we pretty much always want to try to make sure that the boss is directly across the map from us. If he gets to the side of you very often, get too close to him, he can get you some really weird angles and get a lot of damage on you really fast. So we're always waiting, listening for that audio cue. Things are going to change. As soon as that is start moving, because it's likely there's probably not going to be a wall where you're at, so you want to be on the move. And again, you know where the ads are going to be, because they're going to be, if you're opposite him, like the room with him, you know all the ads are going to come out those two gates that are close to him, so you're not going to get surprised by some spawns behind you. So I know he's rotating left, so I'm going to make sure that I keep a good angle toward him and keep as far on the opposite side of the circle as I can. And then we're just going to whittle down the ads. This is a bad angle because he's going to keep rotating. Now you can do the technique of leaving a minotaur up, and then so you don't get all this rotation. But I wanted to try the full way through. Just holding on to that as long as I could to try and get these minotaurs out, so I can shoot them. I might have should have saved this until the other cyclones were out. Probably could have done another rocket, but either way, that's why I was saving my grenade. I wanted to be able to get the healing from it in emergency as I'm running around. You can pop that if you need to a little bit earlier and take out most of the ads. And there I'm using my grenade on the minotaur, because I know this last set of spawns is going to be these 2 minotaurs. So there's a couple sets of spawns that, and the minotaurs are in the last 2. Once you get those last 2 down, there should be no more spawns. So I see the 2 of them are a little bit hard to hit, especially when the boss is moving around. So I'm going to try to bait them close together here and use a rocket. Okay, now I got both of them together and they're coming for me. There we go. Okay, so there should be no more ad spawns at this point. So, and if you have the wardcliff, if you're using the wardcliff like I am, now you can actually do the ammo glitch. You don't have to do this. You can just primary them and grenades. There's nothing else really that's going to spawn. You just need to kind of make sure you're staying away from him. Your angle's good. And yeah, this just makes it a little quicker. A few extra rockets are obviously going to hurt me. You could be a lot more careful than I'm being right now. The walls, the peaks. But yeah, from this point on, it's just make sure you can get to your cover and then slowly whittle them away. And don't catch your rockets or your grenades on the ceiling like I just did. Just don't panic. Make sure you find your cover as much as you possibly can. You make sure you're running. Try to run perpendicular to them and maybe do a little hop in to come through the walls. Take as little damage from it as possible if you're running. And then yeah, just finish them off.
What's next?
Not too bad.
We're putting out fires all over the
Again,
place.
the idea is to save that super for that last couple sets of ads. Those minotaurs can be just a pain, but using the wardcliff
We
also
just met the
helps
biggest
get rid of them.
Vex Cyclops I've ever seen. And we
Alright, so
cracked it
now
in
we are
half.
going to move on to the golden gun hunter.
Right.
This one uses a little bit of a timing technique with the
Now get out of there before
hunter
the simulation
reloads
shuts down.
and obviously golden gun. I found a couple ways to do this, and we'll get to it here in just a second. Alright, so you may be tempted to, if you're running through the strike, you might get her fully powered up, or you might be tempted to wait, get your golden gun up. You only need to really get about a third of the way before starting it. You'd be really tempted to use your golden gun right on in the beginning. If you're powered up, don't. It throws the timing all off. I tried it several ways. If you golden gun him right off the bat, you'll get a massive spawn on all 3 of these ad waves. So I think it's better with this just to throw a grenade on him and then just kind of slowly whittle him like this, and you'll get this ad spawn in a couple of different phases like this. If you're by this gate right here, you can get the 2 coming out of the gate right away. See, if you do the golden gun at the beginning, the Nighthawk, all of this stuff will spawn at once, and with a hunter without a wall or a healing rift, it's just really hard to deal with. So better off kind of doing the slow spawn. Now, I probably should have used the golden gun right here. Now that all the ads are done, I'm not sure exactly why I waited this long, but anywhere in this period is fine to use it. So we'll start building back up. But we want to be ready when he moves, because you want to jump on these 2 hobgoblins coming out of this portal like immediately. See, the only bad thing is that I would have liked to get the energy from the 2 hobs, so I probably should have done that earlier, but yeah, get the 2 hobs on the other side. So now we've done enough damage, he's going to over-rotate, so we're going to get the ad spawn, double ad spawn here. So we got to react pretty quickly here, make sure we're moving to get in the right positions. Just try to get these ad wave down as fast as possible. Alright, once the minotaurs are out, don't spend too much time trying to fight the ads, just Get out of there. Stay airborne to avoid all their spam on the ground. And you can use the roundness of these shield bubbles to kind of sit in the corners of them, inside or outside, to kind of keep yourself safe from these minotaurs. So the curves will create those little corners that you can kind of hide in. So now here I'm going to do grenade knife. And then we're just going to kite him. Don't remember, again, don't get too close to him. Get your stuff off first, get a few shots off, and then get away from him, and then just kind of stay airborne and kind of back up while you're jumping and whittle him down. Tighten him. So this one ends up being a little trickier because we likely won't. I actually went too early. I didn't get these guys down beforehand. Normally, I have a little bit better cover with the bubble still there, but it still works okay. Finish them off. So again, this second one needs to die a little quicker. So again, use the bubble to your advantage to recover. So this one I'm probably going to double rocket him because we really just need to get him out of the way as quick as possible. I almost have my golden gun up, so I think I'm going to wait a second here and get it to the point where I will get my golden gun shortly after for killing him, basically. Because I want to try to get it off on him, on the boss, as soon as possible. That way I can build it up for the final stage. So I worked on this timing quite a bit. This seems like the best timing to me overall. Waiting around. And I'll do a rocket and a grenade. That's gate immediately. You can run to the far side of it like I've done in the other run. Over here. So you can fight all the ads from over here. Relatively safe from the boss. Sure we take out the two elite harpies at the end over there. Now we might have to wait this one out. So the idea is here is because the hunter doesn't really have a good way to deal with those sets of minotaur spawns in the last phase of the boss. We want to try to kill the boss before a lot of that spawning happens. So I'm going to probably build my super up here a little bit once I get to the second minotaur. So the first one I'm going to grenade, throwing knife, and then kite him at my primary here. Grenade, throwing knife, and just start kiting him with my primary. Again, just sort of go around the circle, on the edge of the circle, keep you safer from the other one, and just keep airborne, just keep jumping. Keep your distance from him, you know, the closer he gets, the harder he is, the more likely you're going to get stomped. Yeah, so the plan is, so to avoid those last extra stalls, we want to, I'm going to show you the leaving this minotaur up technique. If you leave one of the minotaurs up here on the second stage, the boss will not rotate, and no other ads will spawn. So, he can be a pain, and he can chase you around and stuff, but I don't know, there's a couple ways to do this. Technically we could kill him, and then get, you know, with a couple rockets really fast, and then immediately get a couple more on, and try to get 3 or 4 more rockets on the boss while he's moving, and then pop our golden gun. We can probably do that relatively safer than this technique, but it's a little harder to land the rockets, and then, you know, but it does work. I don't know which way is really better or safer, because this one it is kind of easy to die to the boss and the minotaur. But when the boss is rotating, it can be a really giant pain, and if you get an ad spawn, don't get your rockets off quick enough, it can be really a pain. I'm just kind of testing a few spots here that I might want to land on to fire a few rockets off when this minotaur starts chasing me. I'm basically just building up my super here, surveying the scene a little bit. Again, so the idea here is I want to ignore this minotaur and get as much damage on the boss as I can. I want to get the boss, instead of trying to, I wanted to save my golden gun, and I don't want to shoot him right away. I want to be able to kill him with it. If I shoot it now and then try to finish him off with other stuff, sometimes it drags out and you get a lot of ads spawning. The idea is I want to try to get rockets on him, get him to that final phase so I can finish him off with the super. It's just a little easier to finish than trying to do that first and then finish off with rockets. Alright, so just about close enough. Again, so I'm going to ignore this minotaur. So my idea here is to get a grenade and a couple rockets on the boss. And then get out of here and kite the minotaur. So I'm going to go as far out on the edge of the ring as I can. Use these rings as cover a little bit. Basically, I want to get to a point where I can get off a couple rockets and reload. These angles can be really bad, and these minotaurs can be sneaky, so now I'm just going to kind of repeat it. My golden gun just came up, so I'm going to try to get to the kite them all the way over the other side here. Get these 2 rockets off. And I should be low enough to get him with my golden gun. And there you go.
Root line has been neutralized. Osiris.
Yeah, it's a little hard. You can see my energy got really low. You know, you can do that a little tiny bit safer and cleaner.
You've done well, Guardian.
But we got
that
it down
corpse
there.
could be useful. I'll retrieve it soon.
Yeah, it's just, I've tried using the golden gun at various other stages, and the timing of doing it this way, it's pretty good. It keeps the ads manageable.
We just pulled the plug on this spire's arc network.
Okay, here we go.
That's
This is
pretty angry.
last one here.
I would be too.
I'm gonna do the
Excuse
Titan.
us while we
Probably the easiest one. I'm gonna show. There's a couple ways to do this. Again, since I'm putting so much damage on him with the grenade at the beginning, he's gonna get a lot of spawns right off the bat. So I like using this spawn versus just staying on the side like I did with the hunter, getting a slow spawn. Similar technique as the warlock here. I jump shot him until he moves. Yeah, but there is a few places and ways you can get a lot of damage on him quickly with the Titan and the barricade. You can dump a lot of rockets into him with a grenade. And really push him through different phases. There might be a little quicker, slightly easier way, but I found this one's pretty safe and works pretty good. So I want to deal with the ad phase, I can duck back in behind this dish here, and the boss can't hit you. Alright, once those ads are out, you can go back to damaging the boss, throw a grenade on him. That should definitely cause him to move. Alright, we're here, the ads spawn. to change position because I know after 2 shots he's gonna be at a bad angle from the other side. So just jump over here to this side, stay inside the ring, gives you plenty of protection and cover. Get those hobgoblins out of the way. Again, I like to push up to this block to use as a head glitch, but I'm also listening for that spawn sound, so I want to move away as soon as I hear that spawn sound. A little bit out of position here. I missed that first group. Not exactly what I was thinking. It is tired. It is late and I'm tired. Nice thing about the Titan, probably the safest easy class is when these walls disappear, you always got your trusty barrier. And I run Alpha Loopy, so I get that a little bit of health back. Yeah, the nice thing is if you push him damage-wise really fast down into these phase, and you get a bunch of ads spawning, you can use all these bubbles as cover. Build a grenade back up here. Again, pop in and out of the bubble. Make sure you use this kind of barbed back end. It'll, it creates the proper angle to be safe. And then you can use this little ledge. I'm just barely outside of the bubble over here. Again, I could use a grenade, but no real reason to. It does better damage on the boss. You can bait these guys, they can stomp your barrier as long as you're behind it, you won't go flying. Yeah, it's very hard to hit the boss and get much good damage with wardcliff, but it's so useful in getting around the minotaurs. These bricks so we can automatic reload. Double shot on this guy. And there's just not enough time to really kite him around because the boss will start moving and start hurting you a lot. Again, moving up to this guy right here is just such a good spot. The boss can't hit you, and you're right above one spawns. The other one has to come across into the clearing. Get to you, so pretty great spot. Again, duck as soon as you get up here. Line of sight all of his shots. Alright, we're gonna push him one more time. And we can stay up here too if we wanted to. Head glitch in. Now the super is interesting here because it's not, can't really damage the boss with it, so it's kind of hit or miss whether you can actually use it or not. Again, peek out on this back side. So I know there's a few on the ground, so get this guy out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to do this a little different to try and finish this off here. So here's where I'm going to show you my personal rally barrier technique. So my spot, there's a few other ways to do this and a few places you could probably do this. I'm going to do like the ammo glitch here in the middle to take out both the minotaur and the boss. switch to rally. Probably gonna put my rally hat down just as I break it. And I'm gonna take up the next army first. Alright, now it goes traditional rocket. Again, that spot's good because it's when he rotates, he's right next to you, so you can get most of your rocket damage in. Take care of this ad maze. I know there's a few power bricks next to me. Got plenty of ammo. If I get a weird spawn, I'm just kind of holding my super since I can't really do anything with the boss with it. Alright, so I'm going to get 3, so I have a chance to do another second rally. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, missed one right there. And then, of course, stops early, but I did get a grenade on him, so it should be nearly enough to take him out. Yep.
Root mine has been dismantled. What's next? We're putting out
Again,
fires
like you
all
can
over
do
place
the
today.
rally barricade in a few different
I'll be
spots
honest, I
and
can't remember where
cause
we
some
left
different
you.
types of
We're in the
damage
middle of
skips.
3 separate simulations.
We just met the biggest Vex Cyclops I've ever seen.
I
And
feel
we
like this
cracked it in
spot's
half.
pretty
Oh,
pretty
Dendron,
safe, the ones I'm
right.
using. I'm sorry, I'm
You're so
super
good at
tired. I've
cleaning
been
out
kind of not
Osiris's
feeling well this
messes.
week, but
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Now
and there
get
we
out
have
of there
it.
before the
There's all 3
simulation shuts
classes
down.
and a pretty good, safe, decent technique to work with. You can make some few changes here and there. Yeah, till the next one.